Всем привет! Вы на канале Котиков, и мы продолжаем проходить The Water World, вторая часть. Всем приятного просмотра и спасибо за ваш лайк, кстати. Высадиться на планету. Это...
Ought to bring Val with us when we leave. She might not look it, but she can be fearsome in a fight.
Райский остров. Вы можете брать на задание до 2. Давайте их возьмем. Приземляемся. Десантка в раю.
At the risk of sounding glib, that ain't too time.
The sign seems to be functioning nominally.
Can't say the same for the trooper. See that thing in the sky there? That'll be the Vox relay.
Vox stations serve as key communication hubs for the Protectorate. Unauthorized visitors are likely to be shot or sequencing. Emergency.
Так, у меня напарника.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Метров. Гости.
Hello there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now
Добро
under the new
пожаловать.
and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a Yeseng Protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all.
Вас представят. Я шпринул. У меня есть приказ от твоего начальства.
Really? Everyone knows we're
Правда?
cultivating our sprat population for a new deep-fried snack line. So I refuse
Я
to
не
fall for such a
поведусь
ham-handed attempt at dissemblance.
обман.
Look, we're
Слушайте,
Auntie's Choice.
мы
Mine's
ищете
fine.
космос.
Be downright
Мы не
admired even,
хотим
if you pull it
лучше.
off.
Удачная ложь — это
Next
повод
time,
для
try a little harder.
уважения.
End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions
Переходите,
before
если
you're on your way.
у вас нет ко мне вопросов.
As I've never heard of her, can't say I can.
Я
Seems like
никогда не...
Minister Milver Street knows everybody, though. Probably ask him. Anything else? Oh, we got everything. One of them, at least. Clinic's over there on your left. Watering hole's a bit down on the right.
Ну да,
Market's a
это...
straight shot
всё.
down the lane. Before I forget, once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
Whether it's an orifice or a base, Auntie's Choice makes a cream for it.
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see. Mark my words, when my deal comes through, I'll have enough bits to own this place.
That guard wasn't being ironical about the
Корпорация.
giant hologram over town hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with
Офицер
that
по
minister like she said.
внешней политике. Так.
No.
Запасы. Ага, вот запас.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping
Сейчас,
reminds me of my two
как
old
думаю,
canids.
читаем.
I
Я их
loved those
любила.
canids. You, on the other hand, are
Нельзя
trying my
их же
patience.
использовать.
We don't want to try
Терпением
Auntie's
Клео,
patience, do
правда?
we?
No,
No,
Auntie.
Нет, тетя
Yes,
Клео.
I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your
Ну да,
foolish
я
maneuvering
понятно
immediately.
объяснила.
Do I
Короче,
make
если они
myself
не
clear?
хотят это сделать, то
Yes,
все, да,
Auntie.
тетя.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when
А вот
addressing my
меня и
subordinates.
изумительно.
Eavesdropping on Auntie's Choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now, hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes.
Наш
Our
гость мог бы
compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point, especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time.
Сначала наехали, а потом работу дают.
Alone at last, I never
Наконец-то
thought you'd leave.
я думала, она
Well,
никогда не уйдет. Итак,
Allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of
Me-
Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs?
вы верите в знаки?
Everything happens for a reason. Yes. Yes, I can see that kind of line working with our protectorate demographic. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save
Пусть множество
countless lives.
жизни, ну да.
I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
Я хочу найти...
With that hat?
Ледяная
Absolutely not.
юноша. Нет,
It's a bad
конечно.
time to mention I can read lips.
Я ищу по имени. Ну да.
Some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Share them with me, and we can brave them together.
Расскажите мне. Ага, ну, конечно, я хочу заработать миллиарды и уйти на пенсию.
Admirably enterprising, though I suspect you may be disappointed on both fronts. I suppose that you require entrance to the Vox. Help me, I can help you. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed.
Ваша совесть очистится.
Can't blame a body for wanting to practice, can you? Fine. I'll give it to you straight then. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst. Yes. One additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not be to your work with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning, in my estimate.
Я предположу, уж лучше работать с вами.
An opportunity to attain my goals and stick my finger in Babylon's eye? Today's as grand as when I led in the performance department showing of Life of a Salesman. Find your way to the Ministry of Accuracy. And if Trooper Sealong is still alive, do send her back here to debrief. She's still contracted to us after all.
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's Choice could not maneuver her.
Well, if it ain't DB Milver Street's newest sycophant. I'm Officer Babel. If you'd spoken with me like I suggested, mayhaps the two of us could bandy words, but you didn't. And taking sides with Milver Street means I got no use for you.
Смотреть. И теперь на выход.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just tarot excrement.
Give Auntie 2
You scared the living daylights out of me.
Shouldn't
Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Beg pardon, but I'm accounted for. No, I was. But no, at any rate, the only thing I'm interested in picking up are clues. Oh, look, I know how it sounds. Like I'm a few crabbles short of a hurt, but just hearing it all happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him. Here, I've knocked down doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, would be my guess. Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars yet. But it's one theory.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly won't say no to
Injuries detected. How may this unit assist you, Commander? Presenting the Valerie. The Valerie unit is the exclusive property of the Earth Directorate and is not intended for civilian or commercial use. Resale of this.
Nobody around. Ain't nothing there. Is it me, or has my ankle been squeaking? Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure, I always have.
Mm-hmm. У нас по квестам вот дневник. Угу. Чтобы найти Грейс, надо. С красной делкой и круглыми окнами. Вот он. Так, добро пожаловать. Вот.
Reese sure has some cheek Earth directly similar to Will after everything she's done.
Угу.
She's done.
Компас, браслет добрали. Ну да, прощай, это рассказывать про другое.
Cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I've hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little... I did it.
Я
They are all
сделала.
dead.
Нет.
And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated,
Ну,
it
вот
seems.
оно и есть
My
всё.
threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
Ага, вон оно такое.
I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work all that was, well, I don't, and I am the only...
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us.
Да, я в курсе, что нам
She killed our friends, Commander. Damn
предала.
it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself,
Я в курсе,
no
что
point in
нам
dredging up the past.
Да.
Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
Не
All
думал,
thought she
что у
was the
нее такая
pinnacle of what an agent should be.
была репутация.
Tough, smart. Ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. And then she
Ну
betrayed
да,
us.
то она нас
Tried telling
предала.
myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it was. The Order of this Sin is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inc. Believe, but 10 years ago, I would have said the same. She always struck me as so... Used to think they were good people trying to do right by their beliefs. But if they put the idea in DeVries' head to leave us for dead, I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies, but when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. No, didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. Until then, what kept me going was mostly training and stubbornness. And Val. But to your point, holding someone who's wronged you accountable for their actions ain't an act of vengeance. Some might call it justice.
Так, за несправедливость ты не мстишь. Люди нередко ищут оправдания плохим поступкам.
You forget we're on the same side here, Commander? I'm not the only one DeVries wronged. She robbed you of 10 years of your life.
Украл.
Don't you want recompense for that?
Конечно, хочу. Лучше сначала выясним, зачем она это сделала.
Exactly. We get answers, then she gets a bullet. Everyone goes home happy. Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
Найти данные об умственной реабилитации.
Keep them coming. I can do this all day. That's the third drone in as many days. Where are the void?
Not one of... Of course, we could have staunched the flow of drones by now if Officer Carr dispatched another patrol. Officer Carr said... So, instead of allocating necessary resources, she set up a bounty. In short, it's an easy way to convert bullets into bits. If you're keen on lending a hand, bounty terminal's just left of the constabulary. Carr doesn't trust me with that kind of work anymore. Not after my last performance review. So I guess we're trusting in degenerate bounty hunters now. You watch out for those airborne. Really wish I could give those drones a piece of my mind. Unfortunately, I need to hang back and exercise my obedience to authority. Go out there and do what I can't. Show that bounty
То есть у нас еще квест появился. Угу. Нет.
Might I have a word, Commander?
Кто такой?
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. But void it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-protectorate, a good man. Tracked on the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit?
Нет,
Brief one, of
но
course.
только так.
Not
Не
sure he'd
откажусь
still
от
consider me
встречи с
such, but
Тендруком.
that's part and parcel of the reason I want to see him. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
Надеюсь, он тебя...
Likely not.
Да.
We didn't exactly leave off in a good way. Traded some hard words over promises I made and ought not have. Not much help to stay mired in it neither. I think this will help me move forward. Val tells me the same. Well, not in those exact words. Usually more like, long periods of rumination may impede one's health. This unit recommends Agent Ibarra develop a hobby. Has the agent considered soap making? After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Это нет ничего плохого, это дем...
But the problem with burning down the system is finding ways out for all the innocent folk trapped inside it. That wasn't the goal anyway. Just helping out where we could. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot.
Ты пытался как настоящий.
Given all your talk of trusting no one and looking out for myself. But maybe we've both done some growing since then. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him. Till recent.
Вот, давай
начнем. I'd be in the ground. It's a debt I never properly repaid. Plus, I don't relish his last memory of me being a vanishing act. I owe him better. And since finding you,
а теперь я нашел тебя.
well, a lot
И много
feels
уже.
possible now that didn't before.
Уже возможно, это точно. Давай пойдем.
Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
Ну, сначала вот это, найти данные надо.
Engaging combat protocol.
Собираем все вместе нам.
Entering a confrontational state.
Бро.
Seems nowhere on Paradise Island's going untouched by this war.
Confronting threat. Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Happy to assist in crafting more ammo if you need it.
Думаешь?
Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
No, you ain't got what I
Нет, у меня
need.
ничего нет.
And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. A desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt.
Мне нужно найти рапорт и вернуть солдата,
Yeah? Well, I'm Trooper Silong. Inez, former combat medic, Enhanced Soldier Division. Now just a menial troubleshooter who looks to have gotten her job swept out from under her. They're always counting me out. Every single one of them. And now, they ain't even letting me finish the jobs they send me on. Kinda making it hard to prove myself here. And this rep didn't even have anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. Sick of it.
Ну да, я не собирался тебя
I
работу.
know, I ain't blaming you. That's part of climbing the ladder. Ain't but one rung at the bottom, and everyone's keen to get a foothold. Can't exactly afford to be picky about the jobs that come my way neither. Considering my condition, options are limited.
А вот состояние, ты имеешь в виду транспорт? Я не понимаю. Ты явно можешь
Well,
за
the
себя
only people who
постоять.
believe that are in this room right now, including that dead rapt, I reckon. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn
Он так не
contract.
дает, пока в
Unless I
нем
can amend it so
записано
I might fix my graft,
запрет на
proving
несекретную
myself ain't
обработку
happening anytime
трансплантов.
soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to
Таких
begin with.
трансплантов
To
вообще.
think I'm one of the
Да.
lucky ones.
Мне очень повезло. Ну,
Well, the
удачи
job's all
тебе.
yours. Reckon I'll head back to Fairfield and have a nice little chat with Milver Street. Back in there. Mind the
Дочь,
raps.
бей. Береги себя.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's choice.
Что по квесту? Найдите информацию.
Engaging hostile. Status susceptible to danger. Standing by with life support. Commencing combat-related activities.
Использую. Так, внимание. Ищем.
Enthusiastically utilizing unfriendly. Engaging.
Война с тетей. Ага. Комплект. Ага.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Great. Cursor on the wall. Now
Engaging
shoot.
hunters. This highly classified information would be of interest to Minister Milverstreet.
Использовать. Ну что-то администратор. Ага. Это есть задание напарник. Найдите Найвза. Провести Найл. Давайте проведем его. Своему другу. Не будем ни на что отвлекаться,
Feels
просто...
good to be back in the saddle, don't it, Val? Kind of reminds me of our days in Nix's orbit, dodging protector patrols. You remember that?
Error. Memory not found.
Высокая трава-то я могу спрятаться откуда-то там.
Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure.
Тысячи замков надо прокачать.
Take a look at those corpses they've got strung up. Wait, slow down. Schultz went where? 6 alive.
12, Tier 2, 17.
Schultz! Didn't really need to know that. Let's just respect the dead or very slowly die, shall we?
Anyone got lamps on Schultz? Anyone? Void be damned. Did I not make clear our orders to...
I'm afraid that...
Would they be done her more good? Seems You there. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse. That right. Earth Directorate. Not many would claim such affiliation these days. None from Arcadia have... Sounds serious. Were it in my... whatever... No Auntie's forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders are to sit and mind the store for as long as need be. It is difficult for me to accept. By steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall any retribution the Protectorate would seek to inflict upon Fairfield. And we will continue, so... I half believed you meant that. I confess, the challenge... But I would prefer to avoid staining my reputation by participating in such a needless blunder. Carr was, shall we say, non-ambiguous with her orders. Far be it from me to still, however brightly my star burns, I remain in her orbit. She is my superior officer. I defied her once, and I received the verbal tanning of a lifetime for it. I'd thank you to affix some ballast to that name when you speak it. Scraggles has been Schultz obviously knew the risks, and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. I'll pardon your skepticism given your lack of acquaintance, and say only this. Ask not what Scrabbles achieves for us, but what we... Before you depart...
Так, мне дали квест. Надо. Говорите, сонная.
Closed.
Короче, все у тебя я забрал.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No
Закрытую
learning today
лекцию
about
там.
how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an
Сегодня не
indecipherable
будет. Ну
plan.
да, не будет.
Are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
Люди,
By
которых
the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah. Imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
Niles, what?
You say so. You're the boss, Commander.
I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did...
Вы видели ее
You saw her terminal, didn't you?
терминал, да?
Victor's an order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much.
Для меня это было уже слишком, ну да.
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. It didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Could have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
Ну,
She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. We became friends when she... Well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there.
Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. What do you mean? It was where she worked. One of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much. At least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them.
Вон оно что, кажется.
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know
Ну, я
there's
знаю,
still
что
hope for her.
где еще есть. Ну да, есть. Хорошо. Я ее выслушаю, прежде чем что-то
That's all I
решить.
can ask.
Can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must! My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must.
Ну да, да, я мало пошел нафиг, короче.
These anti-soldiers seem touchy.
Угу.
We want to sneak our way in.
Опасные враги.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
Non-friendly life form detected.
Health benefits available.
Командирей боссу так.
Grenade out! Look who's back! Firing up! All you took.
Враг убит.
Emergency protocols ready. Ready to assist with agent's health need.
Все соберем, что нужно.
Unsanitary conditions detected.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well. You there? Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, I, Omid Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor. Oh, all that, but back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. Assuming success, your fee will be based on the length of your involuntary impressment. Dangers from exposure to undisclosed hazards, etc. Don't focus so much on monetary compensation.
Иди нафиг позови со своей тетей Космо.
We have vision. You see, our hero requires a
Мне
certain
нужны деньги твои.
devotion. Speaking of the team, such as they are, thought so. Sometimes with screaming, shame. But what matters most is getting out of here alive. Saving our research is a close second. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
Нет, я не умею.
It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters? Apologies. I do tend to assume tremendous. Well then, before we'll
Что мне
need
надо
2
делать?
things.
2
Fresh samples of the red spot. After that, an antidote should be possible. Small
эпидемии
samples may be
найти.
taken. The
Ага.
research team's findings, once we have it.
Нет, потом сейчас мы дойдем до его друга. Да, похоже, мы на месте.
Entering a confrontational state.
Ready to waste them on your command.
Значит.
Sequencing attack strategies.
смысле, ты не умеешь плавать? Капец, блин. Так.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows?
Наверное,
I
я
thought you
думал, ты
dead.
мертв.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone
4 года не виделись.
4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say, you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Zeb, this is the commander I told you about. One in charge of the Horizon Point mission.
So you're the one responsible for the severity of Niall's injuries. You ordered him to remain behind on a fruitless recovery effort.
Я жалею о том, что было. Я надеялся...
Perhaps my words were too pointed. It is difficult to erase the memory of how Niles came to me, half torn up, on the border between life and death. But that was years ago. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
Давайте еще выдохнем.
I see no one here I would count a friend. And if you think a few gracious words will mollify me, you are sorely mistaken.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies.
Я хочу
I want to
заладить
set
свою
things right between us.
вину.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting...
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck!
Твою мать.
It's all coming apart.
Все разваливается.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I am, without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Не будем не терять ни времени. Так, а вот будем посадим их в следующей серии. А на этом все. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки для следующих серий. И всем пока-пока.